What's good, guys? It's me, Jared with the Weep here, back again with another video. Now this is what if Mob, for Mob Psycho, was transported to I just like saying ReZero too much. Okay, yeah, to My Hero. Yeah, I was gonna make another one with Gon going to Black Clover, but I need to make something else, but who knows when I'm gonna make that. Like I said, I'll be making Deku go into ReZero tomorrow or Anyos. And I'm gonna bring back an old series of mine, King Crimson with Asta. What if he had a King Crimson or Killer Queen? I haven't made that in a minute. I know. Pretty sure that's a lot of people used to watch it. I'll be bringing that back. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this part. Part 3 will be coming out Thursday or Friday. Or you'll see Mob Friday on the 800 sub special. If I hit 800. Hopefully I did. And thank you in advance, I guess. Okay. Sorry for wasting time. Let's get straight into it. Now, Mob is just training, and now he's 50%, half of 50% Deku. I mean, episode 3, Midoriya. Yeah, he's 50% of that now. So he has one ab. I'm trying not to laugh at Bob is so weak. Okay, yeah, as he's training, he has a couple more days until the UA exams start, and he's trying to get into the school because maybe there's a way for him to get back if he becomes a top hero. He'll get information about teleporters or something, because looking around hasn't helped for the last 9 months. But yeah, Ray found a job, and he has a little small hut for a house, but he wants Mob to get a job too. And Mob is also starting to miss his family and stuff, because it's been like 9 months. And he still hasn't been able to find them. He looked everywhere. And then Ray shows up because he got off his job. And yeah, Mob gets out of those clothes. And he says, "Okay, so why are you telling me this?" And Ray then says he got fired from it. And then he goes into a flashback. Okay, you'll understand with this flashback what he's about to say. So Ray goes into where he was working at. Yeah, so Shigaraki was getting tired of him being useless. He thought he had a power, and he was trying to get some more information about Mob because he kind of saw him around the Mob, and that didn't work. And he doesn't have any. He's quirkless also. So yeah, Shigaraki tries to. Yeah, this is what Ray's saying. Tries to kill him, but Ray puts salt in his eyes and runs away. And then Ray says it in a cool way. He kicked him in the guts, and then he slapped Shigaraki right in his jaw. And then Shigaraki then apologized for being so angry. This is what Ray is saying to Mob. And Mob says, "Well, we just have to find another one." And yeah, so that's what they do for the next 4 days. And then it's time for the UA thing. I don't know why I wanted to include that. It was just in my head for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, now it's over to All Might and Midoriya. So Midoriya also has been training, and yes, he has I don't like saying it. Yeah, All Might gives him the power of One for All. Yeah, there we go. That's how we say it. And All Might says, "This is very impressive. Now, you most definitely will be a great hero. We put in so much effort, and you cleaned the whole beach in just 9 months." And Midoriya says, "Hopefully, I want to be strong like yeah." He learned a little bit more about Mob. He calls him Mob because he knows his name, but it's just like his nickname for him. He says, "I want to be stronger like Mob is." And yeah, I guess Midoriya is stronger physically, but not like when Mob uses his powers, basically. And All Might says, "There's no way he could have trained as much harder as you." And All Might says, "Now good luck there. I'll be rooting for you in a hero manner way." Okay, and All Might, yeah, he just flies away. So now it's over. Midoriya is still walking, and then he meets up with Ray And Dipper, yeah, Dipper's just there. He's just he's just there, and no one can see him unless people who can see ghosts in My Hero. I don't know if people can see ghosts in My Hero. Yeah, Dipper's just there. And yeah, Mob then says something to Midoriya. And Mob says, "Where is UA? I've heard the exam is today. I don't know where it's at. I never asked." And yeah, Midoriya says, "Just follow me." And yeah, Dipper says, "Who is this kid?" And Mob just says, "It's the person I saved on the first date, Dipper." And Midoriya is always then asked, "Who is he talking to? Is he talking to Ray or?" And Mob says, "I can see Ghost. Don't worry about it. Dipper was just asking about you. He's like another let's say you could say he's like a ghost quirk or something. That's what you people call it. And also he can also take control of people's body. So don't make him mad." And yeah, Dipper then takes control of Midoriya's body and makes him do push-ups. And then Midoriya gains control of himself again. And Mob says, "It could always come in handy." And yeah, Midoriya says, "You have such a unique quirk. You can see ghosts and make them go into people's bodies. And you can destroy things just like All Might. You did almost the exact same thing to that slug monster long ago." And yeah, Ray says, "I need to get back to Mickey D's." I'm sorry. I'm just picturing Ray saying something like that. He has to work at McDonald's now. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, anyway, so Midoriya and Dipper and Mob walk to UA. And as they get to UA, Midoriya explains more about how the quirks came about. And Mob is now understanding. He was put in this world for something, maybe because he was different. So his power must have did it, or someone put him here. And he now trusts Midoriya, and he says that he's not from this Japan. He's from a different Japan, where people can see ghosts and are psychics. And Midoriya doesn't believe him like that, but he says it's interesting. So, yeah. So as Midoriya says, this is interesting. He's about to fall on his face, but someone touches his back and makes him float, and then Mob tries to save him, but it hits the person that was saving Midoriya, and yeah, and then Uraraka starts to float, and Mob puts her down, and Midoriya he doesn't fall either. And Mob thanks this person he doesn't know. And yeah, he tries to run away because he's not good with talking to people, and he just left Midoriya. And Midoriya just stood there, because both of them are antisocial, I guess. And yeah, Mob walks into the building and he bumps into Bakugo, and Bakugo says, "There you are, Mob. I can't wait to kick." I can't say that, but Bakugo. I can't say. I was. This is why I don't like YouTube sometimes. I wish I could just say it, but I can't. Okay, anyway, so Bakugo says, "You better try your hardest, Mob. I'm still going to defeat you." And Mob says, "Sure, Bakugo, I'll try." And then the exam gets explained, and Mob and Midoriya get put on the same sector, and yeah, Bakugo doesn't. So Midoriya sees Mob, and he was about to go walk over to Mob, but he then sees Uraraka, and he decides to go over there, but Ida stops him. Yeah, so this is his first episode. Ida, he's kind of I don't know what to call him. He's just, it's just Ida. Yeah, it's just him. Okay, he says, "You're trying to distract that person over there. Worry about yourself." And Midoriya says, "Oh, okay," and everyone starts to laugh at him. Even Mob. I'm joking. I'm joking. Okay, I'm joking. I'm joking. Mob didn't laugh at him. He says, "Why are you guys laughing at him for?" And Mob, they then start laughing at Mob because he looks weaker than Deku. And then they realize he's that person from the news, and he says, "Oh my goodness, it's the person from the news. Never mind, you might have some talent." And Ida says, "Focus on yourself." And he lets go of Midoriya. And then the exams start, and Midoriya runs. He's a lot more prepared. He runs with them, and Mob is far behind Midoriya. So Midoriya tries to kill the robots, but he couldn't find anyone. Any robots. And as Midoriya runs into one, he falls on his his butt, and he was about to get squished. He was about to get punched by a robot, but Mob comes in and uses telekinesis to make the robot float, and a beam then hits the robot. So it was technically Mob's point, because he had it in the air, and he was bringing it down to the ground, and so Mob sees that Midoriya has all his bones broken, but he decides to save Uraraka first, but he then saves Midoriya after he's getting very close to the ground. Yeah, he saved them both by using his telekinesis. He had to up it up a little bit so he can save them. So that's why you can see his sparks a little bit. And he says, "Okay, it's time for me to go back to doing the mission then." And Midoriya is in bad shape, and Uraraka goes over there after she was done throwing up, and Mob goes and see, "Oh, that's really bad." And then the exam ends, and he says, "Oh, can someone help him?" So Mob goes over there, and he was about to try to help Midoriya fix his bones, but Recovery Girl comes out of nowhere, and Mob he starts to go back to his normal state, and everyone is amazed that Mob was able to do that, and Uraraka thanks them both, and it takes Midoriya a couple hours to recover. And now I'm going to go into the future. Yeah, I know this part is like 15 minutes long, but anyway, we'll talk. The part's almost done. So a couple of weeks have passed, and okay, my computer is just already making a weird noise. Sorry, I'll pause for a second. So okay, it's making a weird noise. I don't like it. It has a ringing. Okay, so Mob gets accepted for My Hero because he saved Uraraka and Midoriya. And Uraraka still passes herself, just not with hero points. And so Midoriya also gets accepted for doing that too. And Uraraka was also going to give points to Midoriya for help both of them, some of her points. But they also give her hero point. I guess they would technically give her hero points. I guess with doing that, she would do that for both Mob and Midoriya. So anyway, like I was saying, as Midoriya and Mob they finally make it to UA, and they go into their first classroom. And Bakugo and everyone's there. Normally, there's just an extra seat for Mob. And Mr. Aizawa shows up, and he says, "Hey there, you children. We're going to be going to the training field, and if you fail, you're getting kicked out of UA. You hear me?" And everyone is shocked by this. Especially Mob. Mob knows if they're not going to use their powers, he's going to fail. And he worked so hard to get here. He says, "That is so unfair." And then he shuts up when Mr. Aizawa looks at him. he says, "You listen here. You listen here. If you fail, you fail. That means you weren't meant to be a hero. Now get to the training field." And yes, they do their first exam. I mean, I guess test? Ow! Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell like that. I hit my knuckle on my desk. It's made out of glass, so it kind of hurt. Okay. Anyway, so Midoriya is the first one to go, and Mr. Aizawa stops him because he has one for all. And he says, "You're not meant to be a hero, especially if you can't even use it. You're going to break every bone in your body and be useless." And he says this in a muffle, but Mob knows what he's talking about, and Mob says, "Mr. Aizawa, you're supposed to be a teacher. You're supposed to be encouraging us. You're not doing that right." And Midoriya hasn't even shown his full strength. He could have changed his tactics from the exam, the entrance exam. I know he can do it. Midoriya is most definitely could be a hero. Even more than all of us, I think. And yeah, Mob then shuts up and he says, "Maybe I was talking out way too much. I'm sorry." And yeah, he apologizes to Mr. Aizawa. And Mr. Aizawa then he grabs Mob and he tries to take his quirk, but nothing happens. Mob just floats out of the straps. And Midoriya says to everyone that Mob is a psychic, so he can't be have his quirk erased. Mr. Aizawa. And everyone's saying, "A psychic, so he doesn't have a quirk?" And that's what Mob says. So I can yeah, that's what Mob is saying. I guess you could say that. Or yeah, so that's what they say. So after this, Bakugo goes up and he says, "I don't care that you don't have a quirk. You're still going down, Mob." And everyone is quite interested in this rivalry between Midoriya and Bakugo and Mob. And then it's Mob's turn, the third one to throw the ball. And Midoriya gets 100 and I forgot how much he gets. He gets 200 meters. And Bakugo gets 200 meters. Then it's Mob. So Mob just uses his telepathic ability to make it float forever, just like what Uraraka would do. So it gets infinite, and Uraraka gets the same thing. So Mob says, "So someone has almost similar power like me. Very interesting." And yeah, so basically the exams go about the same, I guess. But Mob starts to loses his edge at near the end. But Mob is like the third to last, and Midoriya still gets into last place. And yeah, so basically in the anime, All Might still saves him from getting disqualified. And Mr. Aizawa was just joking about that. And for part 3, we'll be seeing another exam happen. And then for part 4, we'll see the hero, the villain invasion or the attack for that part. So hopefully you guys enjoy. And yeah, I'll put salt in your eye like Ray, and peace out. Also 800 sub special coming soon. I can't believe we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. 200 away. We can do this, my dudes. We can do this. Come on, leave a like, subscribe. We got this. We got this. It took me a year. It took us all of a year. Please, I beg of you, keep staying alive. Keep doing it. If you're still watching, I know you guys are still watching. Please, I beg. I love all of you guys. Man, woman, every gender, just everything. Okay, I'm starting to get a little overboard. Okay, just leave a like and subscribe. Okay, bye guys.